All right, garden update. A couple weeks ago, my wife and I planted the gardens. We got tomatoes growing all in here. These are all vined tomatoes. We have our lettuce and spinaches growing over here. We had a bunny in here twice eating our lettuce that wiped it right down to nothing, and they've grown back great. We'll be eating those in no time. Spinach is still a little behind, but we'll be getting a lot of rain. We have our peppers over in here. They're doing well. Nothing's really budding up yet. Along the outsides, we have sugar snap peas, and we have peas actually growing. We've picked a couple of them and ate them in our salads already, which is fantastic. We have our summer squash and zucchini growing in here. Plants are starting to get big. Haven't had a lot of sun recently, so it's lacking a little bit, but we're okay. We have our strawberries growing over here. We got a couple growing pretty nicely in here. See if I can eat them before the birds do. And then beans and yellow beans are growing in here. Herb gardens blossoming like crazy, especially the chives. I know that you're not supposed to let the flowers flower, but they look too pretty, and we have so much of it, so it's okay. Rosemary and basil are doing well. Basil needs a little help. I think it just needs some sun. Dill is growing pretty well too. We got all in there. And then the chickens. We got some happy chickens in here. Looks like chicken patty mayonnaise is stuck again. Typical. The other ladies are chilling on this warm day, just hanging out. All right, so I have to head off to the Hansen shop and the East Bridgewater shop. Every once in a while, I put these granules in the plants inside just to keep any bugs away or anything like that, just to keep ahead of it, you know. They like to live in like damp, wet, dark places, so like soil, so interior plants a lot of times get little bugs that grow around them and lay their eggs inside, and just don't want to get into that. But I'll go in and I'll put this granule on there on the soil, and it'll make it so that that's not an issue. But also one other thing, I am like addicted to like dried fruits. I have figs, I have dates. My wife thinks it's hilarious whenever we go anywhere and I end up leaving a grocery store with like 2 pounds of dried dates. I had an addiction to dried mangoes. I know I shouldn't be saying it's an addiction, but I just could not stop eating them. Enough that I broke one of my teeth and I have to go get a crown on it on Friday. I don't know, what's your go-to snack? I just can't stop eating dried fruits. Are you a sweet person? Are you a savory person? Like, do you like crunching chips? Yeah, let me know. So heading off to Hansen now. Get those plants all cleaned up, and they'll be good to go for a couple months. All right, later. So I just left Hansen, and I was talking to my manager there. He was telling me that he was going to the Montreal Grand Prix this weekend, obviously in Montreal. I miss it every single year, and it drives me crazy. I don't follow F1 enough, but it being in Montreal, I would love to go see it. It drives me crazy because I find out like the week before the actual event, and obviously everything's sold out, and I have plans. But next year, it's happening. I also looked at like other races. In the United States, there's Las Vegas, there's one in Texas. I would love to go to one. When I worked at BMW back in the day, you'd always hear customers talking about like flying up there in their M5s and M3s with all their friends and Ferraris and Porsches and all of that, just like having a great weekend. And I've always wanted to do that. So as soon as they come on sale for next year, I'm going to buy them from Montreal, because Montreal is only, I think it's like 6 hours from here. Last time we went to Montreal, I had my M3 and we just like blasted up and spent the week up there, and it was a great time. But man, am I jealous. I want to go so bad. I'll figure it out next year. Have any of you gone to any F1 races? I'd love to hear about the experience. I know the tickets are pricey, but I don't think they're terrible. Yeah, let me know. All right, I'm gonna head home. I have a little project I want to do in the garage, on my taillights, or on the back of the car, I should say. And let's see if I can get it done quicker than I'm hoping to. It says you have to pull the bumper off. We'll see if I actually have to, or if I can get my arms in there and figure it out. All right, see you in a few. All right, I got some parts here. Parts and some detailing stuff. I got a trim ring for the ignition. I want to try to wrap this, but when I took the other one apart, it shows that you have to separate this from here. So I want to have an extra one in case I like really messed it up. Got this on eBay for like 30 bucks or something like that. Super cheap. What else do I have? It's funny, whenever I unbox something, I think about my kids and how terrible they are at opening boxes, that I want to start a channel just recording them opening boxes, because it's hilarious. I got some clay lube. I'm going to ceramic coat the Cayman maybe next week, so I need to be able to clay bar the whole thing first. Iron remover. And some polishing pads. Nice. And that's for this box. I don't remember what else I ordered. Oh. These gold plated water filters for the shops. I need to get around to replace these pretty soon. These filters are, I think, $350 a piece. It's pretty crazy. Alright, that will be a later video. One other thing I got in, this brand Cadence, cream soda flavored. It's an electrolyte drink. We sell them at the shops. They're really good. Nice for an electrolyte drink. There's lots of sodium, potassium, magnesium in them. This isn't an ad or anything. It's just me purchasing them for the shops, and thinking about doing a electrolyte drink added on in the shops. But we'll see if that ends up working out. If we can end up getting them quick enough. Usually we have a hard time ordering them. They sell out pretty quickly. But on to the Cayman. Okay, so today I want to see if I can get these reflectors out. I want to wrap them. I know they're supposed to be visibles, but I'm going to put a solid wrap on them just so that they look good. I looked into it a little bit, and it says you have to pull the rear bumper off. So let's see what that's all about. It says there's 26 screws to hold it on, I believe, so should take a little while. Take the rear taillights out. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so I got the 10 millimeter out. I taped up the bumper. I made a little handle here to see if we can get it out. I saw a video online of how that happens, but should be able to just pull it out. Came out pretty easy. Gray connector on the bottom there. All right, well, I've taken the T27s out of the inner fender here and along the top here. So this side should be able to slide out a little, and I'll be able to see if I can get to the reflector or not. If not, I'm just gonna keep going, pull the bumper off. Got it off. There's two little squeeze clips here. You gotta squeeze. One right here and one right here. And there's one T20 in the middle. So now I'll wipe it all down, clean it up good, and then I'll wrap it. It's got a nice edge. We can get a nice seal on. All right, sounds good. I'll clean up in here too while it's out. Get all the dirt and grime and everything that's been sitting underneath this for quite a while. That came out good. I think the flatness of it will fit in with like the lower trim around the exhaust. So it's not necessarily shiny like the rest of the car, but I think that will look really nice. Not too bad. I haven't wrapped many things in my life, but I'll give that a solid A minus. What do you think? I think I'll be pretty close to this gray there. What do you think? I think I did a pretty good job with that. I'll take that. T27. Another T27. Get the tail light, plug that in. just slides in. Click. I'll take the tape back off. I'll save that for the other side. We have this really long T10 that goes in from the inside into the back of the taillight to hold that in place. This little rubber cap here. And I put this trim piece back in. It was not necessary to come out. Make sure I have all my little clips on there. And slide this piece back in. This one was necessary to take out. All right, on this side, we have one T27 going straight up here, one in the middle here, and then we have one in the corner, and then one in the middle here. Then we'll take the taillight out, pull it out a little bit, and I'll be able to get in there and reach in and get to the T20 in the middle here. So, just like the other side. And then I should be able to pull in here. Might need to reapply the tape. There we go. Clip. T27. All right.